Yo, what's up, Hollow Cult?
We back.
It's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's the night shift, and we're here, and you're here, and it's just a good time. First off, look at these crispy ass cameras we got going on here. Freaking dope. Freaking dope. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. It's gonna be a good time. We're just kicking it. Just kicking it. Look at this. I put this sigil sticker right here so everybody can see it. So those are going to be going up in the store if anybody wants to get that tattooed on them. Manifest.
It's definitely going to happen.
Hey, JJ. Yeah, I don't know if there's filter on this camera or what, but it's doing some heavy work, ain't it? Oh, man. Oh, man. What is going on? First thing I want to point out, I know most of you are already here on YouTube, but Kyle's been doing some work.
Doing
the work. Doing some video editing. We're going to try to start doing some video pods, which is going to be like the regular podcast, only we're going to have video on YouTube. That way, people who normally don't tune in and haven't seen our glorious mugs can do that and get a little different Hollow Sky experience. So that's a good time. That's a good time. Be sure to check that out. Everybody who doesn't fuck with YouTube, maybe try it out. You might like it.
Give her a go.
Give her a shot. So what's going on, everyone?
Did everybody see the new intro video? Did that work okay? I tried something new. Tried something new.
Anyone?
Nah, they're too
Bueller? Bueller? Yes, it's dope. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure it worked.
Hell yeah.
Trying around, playing with stuff.
And I know a lot of people don't like ads in our show, but it's a necessary evil because those kind of things help us get these kind of things, which help us upgrade the show.
True story.
You gotta give and take. Give and take. Oh, let's think. Did I save some weirdness? I don't know that I have much weirdness this week.
Well, you look around and I'll give a little PSA.
I'll check her out.
Yeah, so I don't know if Steve messes around a lot more in Discord than I do because I'm usually crazy busy doing a bunch of editing, especially with the video now. It takes a lot. Anyways, in Discord, if you guys stumble across crazy or just good news style articles on the paranormal, maybe we can get a channel in there where you can drop those for us, and that'll aid us in the night shift. This is kind of the direction we're going to be trying to go, is find articles that we can kind of talk about, especially if it's current. That would be really good.
Best case scenario.
Yeah, it's just this week has been kind of crazy for me, so I apologize on me not having a whole lot, but school started, soccer started, all these different things have been starting, so it's just kind of hectic right now. Not to mention I'm taking on doing the video, and we're still trying to find an efficient way to do that as well, because we are not the most tech savvy people in the world. So yeah, just kind of bear with us as much as you can.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an excuse outside of like it's election season, so all social medias are just full of political horseshit.
There's a lot of that going on.
Put that away. Like, I'm not diving through a bunch of whose team thinks they're better to try to find a UFO story because it's not good for your mental health.
Well, and that's why I'm kind of asking for a little bit of a. I know, because I know people out there there's a lot of channels to search, and we don't have unlimited time to do that currently. So a little bit of help would be appreciated. Definitely appreciated.
Howdy from Florida. What's up, Kev? Hope it's all good. All good.
Dan, we can definitely open the phone tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can do that whenever
Yeah.
you guys want it.
We'll do that a little bit. I do have a question for
Ooh,
everybody.
here we go.
I meant to bring it up on the Laws one, but I forgot because we were 2 hours in and I was starting to get a little fried. But we talked about how some people are able to tap into the infinite intelligence, right?
I have
And
zero intelligence.
right. I fall within those parameters as well. But some people decide to do it as self-service, which Raw then equates that to what we would consider black magic. My number one question is, what do you guys think when you hear that and ingest that and compare that to Aleister Crowley? Because one of his main sayings was "Do what thou wilt," right? Something like that. And we talked about the 10 Commandments in relation to the law of one, and how one of the phrases, "Thou shalt not," and that would be an opposing phrase when it comes to the law of one and free will. Not to mention, Aleister Crowley also was able to make contact with what he would consider an extraterrestrial or interdimensional being.
Interesting.
So kind of, in a roundabout way, it kind of falls in with the whole law of one.
I have all of Crowley's published literature, but I have not read it yet. Just sitting on a messy bookshelf back there. I don't know. I don't trust Ra. First off, but everybody knows where I stand. I decided recently just to be completely a problem for all off-world entities. I'm team human 100%, so they can all get it.
I think a lot of people are on that team.
Good. But yeah, that whole series really made me think about the influence that these entities have on the human race, how we perceive them, how we take them in, how we interact with them, and it just didn't leave a good taste in my mouth, like for people, for humans as a whole. Like I said, like we are a species that just needs to be told what to do. Like we just crave it. We crave having someone in power. Like look at the election season. We're just starving for it. Someone please tell me what to do. And I feel like these entities tapped into that 100,000 years ago, and they have been riding that wave ever since. So, yeah, I don't know. It is, and I mean, essentially, the 10 Commandments do go against the law of one and free will. You're literally telling, like, they all start with, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Which I'm not saying they're wrong or they're right. Like, some of them are some pretty good moral guidelines, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But it also goes against, like, what is free will? I mean, you have the free will to break those commandments, but they're also kind of like the guideline to getting wherever you're trying to go or whatever.
Yeah, to not be a terrible person.
Yeah.
I just found the connection between Crowley and being able to do black magic, and then Raw bringing up black magic, or the equation is there because Don brings that up to Raw, and Raw's like, yeah, that would be equatable. And then one of his most popular phrases kind of runs in conjunction with what Raw
Yeah.
would say is the law of one.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was able to channel that weird ass alien thing, I don't know, it kind of made me feel like maybe he had some contact with some of those beings out there that helped him become enlightened.
Brother John says Raw is the beginning of a Lady Gaga song.
I don't know that, but I believe it.
Yeah. Maybe Taylor Swift is Raw.
I don't know. I don't know if I go that far.
Maybe.
Got interdimensional nerds.
That's what I'm saying.
I can fuck with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought. Go ahead.
Brother John says black magic doesn't make you a bad person. What you do with black magic makes you naughty. I'm not a
I don't know how I feel about that.
magicologist. Right? I'm not a magicologist.
I mean,
don't
but
know.
if black magic is in requirement of select sacrifices, shall we say, I feel like that kind of makes you a bad person.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know or practice white magic. I don't know or practice black magic. I don't know or practice good magic or bad magic. So I don't really know the difference, if I'm being honest with everybody in the chat. I just I don't know. There were a lot of gods have demanded sacrifices across the board.
That's true. I will say that I'm personally not okay with sacrifices.
Me either. Any god, and that goes for the whole gamut. Any of them out there that says, I'm going to need you.
God, that's the only Raw me and Steve know. Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. That's who I'm worshiping.
I love it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's right.
But yeah, I don't know. Seems like a big power trip. It's whatever. I'm pro-human.
Yeah.
Whatever. The rest of them can fucking get it.
I thought of a new one. It would be a fun bumper sticker. Just have it say enlightened toxicity.
Yeah, good. I'm just staying. Yeah, that is good. Staying toxic.
We're enlightened and toxic as a motherfucker.
I don't trust magic makers though, so I ain't trusting none of it. For those listening, I'm reading the chat, so that's what that is. Beware of playing with magic. Pig eats the scraps from the farmer's table. Doesn't mean they're the farmer. White magic equals harm none. Black magic equals takes away someone else's free will. God requires lambs to be sacrificed to be forgiven for your sins before Jesus.
There's also a metal band named Lamb of God. So, just throwing that out there. They have a pretty legit song called Redneck. I'm not mad at that one.
Team Human, suck it raw.
I mean, I fuck with that. That's definitely.
He's not trying to tap in. He's not trying to tap into the hollow cult.
No,
you don't want the smoke.
We're essentially lost cause.
We're 10 toes down. Come get it.
I mean, I think that's admirable, though. I feel like it should give us a pass. There's some metal horns going up in there for Lamb of God.
Metal horns. Bert's in here. Bert went out to South Dakota, did some creeping around, did some spooky stuff out there. He almost met Hulk Hogan, but he didn't.
It'd have been cooler to meet Stone Cold.
Well, yeah, but
that for me, that's the GOAT. So
Frank the Tank is going off out there. But yeah, I mean, if you're in a town with Hulk Hogan,
I don't think I would care.
he's got a mustache.
Steve, I'll have to send you a picture because
Have
one
you
time,
dressed as Hulk Hogan?
no, there was a dude at Dairyland that looked just like Hulk Hogan, and I took a picture of him.
That makes more sense than you
I
probably wish it
mean,
would.
yeah, dude, it's pretty much spot on. It's ridiculous.
Hollow Cult hands rated E for everyone.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Kyle, you have to try taking the opportunities that come your way. That's true. If it
Yeah.
was good old Hulk
Brandon, I
Hogan.
will try to, if you could find that episode, and I will try to listen to it because I do enjoy listening to Sean Ryan show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely, without question, that'd be awesome.
Let me tell you something, brother. That's funny. I got a pretty cool episode coming out Monday.
It's a weird one.
Space fucking space brain episode.
Yeah, that's definitely weird.
So tune in for that. I've been on this kick. Of just diving into weird encounters. So
Those are the best
yeah,
ones.
they're so one off. I've got so the space brains are coming out Monday. I've got another one where there is a prominent UFO case, like a pretty standard abduction. When they go back to investigate the area where they take place, what do they find? Bigfoot tracks around the abduction site. So I like that stuff that kind of plays in, kind of tie in the whole phenomenon together and the weird stuff. I also found I don't know what I was doing at work, but I found a website that has a bunch of Bigfoot evidence, like pictures, videos, audio, which doesn't really translate that well into an episode. But I thought about one night, I work midnight, so my night's off. I'm not doing shit all. So one night, maybe going live on YouTube, hanging out with everybody, and we can go through this Bigfoot evidence emporium and just kind of talk about it, look at it. It won't be an audio thing. It'll just be for the YouTube. And we'll go through the website, check the pictures, look at the videos, just kind of hang out. People want to do that, holler. If not, whatever. I also found a ton of US ferry information that I
Yeah, you
stumbled
were
on.
talking about that. That sounds awesome.
Like somebody put in the work just to collect ferry encounters, and I'm like, all right, bet this is awesome. So that's probably going to be a show coming up too. Oh, there it is, Sean Ryan show, 118 for the Reaper.
I know who he's referencing. I know the nickname, but I'll
So
definitely have to check that out. I appreciate that, guys.
check that out.
I did have some.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that
Hope your
sucks,
dad's all
Twiz.
right, Twiz.
I did get to talk to some people close to me, and they had some. They had a pretty cool. What'd you say? Eh, Like a. Essentially, they prayed and got results for it, which is pretty cool. I had to deal with our friend who passed away, and there was it involved his mom and his dad, and essentially he prayed and he prayed for the mom, and the next morning she wakes up and she's like, "You're not going to believe the dream I had." And he's like, "What?" And he was saying, she told him how she was visited by our friend, which would be her son, and he basically told her that he's okay. And I was like, that's wild, man. Because he did it like of his like she had no idea that he was doing that.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It was pretty heartwarming to hear that story.
Those are just having some confirmation is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean I kind of had a similar experience, not quite as detailed as that, but I don't know. I like hearing those stories once in a while because they give you a little bit of hope to hang on to when it comes to the end.
Yeah. I do dig that. It is, like I said, it's nice just to kind of, for lack of a better term, just some confirmation that
Yeah.
wherever they're at, whatever they're doing, that their energy is still out there and is still taking the time to pay attention to us.
I love it, man. And
Yeah.
I don't know. The afterlife is obviously I'm not trying to go right now because I got youngsters and a wife. So I'm definitely not trying to cash out anytime soon. I at least want 10 more years. But I really want the idea to be that when it comes time, I have an option or options, mind you. You know what I mean?
Like you get to choose what comes next.
See, I guess I envision it like once I pass, there'll be a soul, my soul. And then ideally, I'm going to be beckoned to the pearly gates. However, I would like to choose to be able to stay behind for a while. Kind of like we kind of talked about it in the Law of One episode. What do they call those? I forget what they called those. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Where they stay behind and they wait for all their loved ones to cash out too.
Oh yeah, what was the name of that? Not the
I can't.
Wanderers, but
I know it was something else.
I can't think of the name.
Me either. But yeah, we did talk about that. That was my bad.
I can't remember. Big homie Eric's in here. What's up, brother?
Oh
Hope you're
dang! What's
doing
up, dude?
well.
Didn't recognize the new logo.
I didn't either. Brother Josh is in here. Congrats on
Yep.
that
Number
that
2.
win.
Yeah, he's number 2 on the leaderboards in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Dude, that is crazy. I saw his
It's nuts.
picture is on the International Jiu-Jitsu Facebook page. That's like 800,000 members in it.
Yeah.
And Josh is in there just doing work.
So there he is.
Just doing work.
Bigfoot's in here. What's
Bigfoot
up, dude?
Society. What's up, brother? How'd your expedition out to the Northwest go?
We just had a really cool Bigfoot listener encounter that we just did.
Yeah.
We just
dropped
recorded it.
Thursday.
Yeah, hopefully I can get it edited after the show and get it out for Thursday. And then, of course, for the videos, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get them onto YouTube. So be patient with those.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to have patience for
Everything.
cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely cool stuff.
Man, I was gonna say yeah. I wanted to do an update. I know I posted on the Discord about my oldest boy, Ev. I thought that this kid has the worst luck, right? The worst luck. Loves football, whole life revolves around football. Freshman year season was bombarded because of COVID. Oops, I said that. We're gonna get banned.
It's okay.
But sophomore year, first practice after first game, destroys his meniscus, 2 knee surgeries, loses his sophomore year. Junior year, good. They did their first scrimmage Friday. Monday, he's at practice, and they think he blows his Achilles up on his good leg. So he's been heavy bumming. We did get the MRI results back. He did not tear his Achilles, which is good. He did absolutely destroy some other tendon in his foot, but there's nothing they can do about it. So they said, when you feel good, go ahead and play football. You can't mess it up any more than it's already messed up. So
Oh man.
he did get the green light to go, but it's on his accord. So I know this kid. He is going to try to go right off the rip.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, just take it easy.
He's not gonna have legs by the time his high
Tape
school
it
career
up.
is over.
That's what I said. I'm like, you've had 2 major knee surgeries and you're 17 years old. You need
Yeah.
to
You have
dial
to
her back
cool
a
it,
little
man.
bit.
Yeah.
But I was glad to hear. I know everybody in the Discord was pulling for him. A lot of people had him in his thoughts, so I appreciate that. We did get good news, better news.
Yeah.
So just an update.
Also, another update.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that. But
Everybody in the chat and everybody listening, keep pressuring Steve to get an interview that I want him to do. I'm not gonna tell too many details about it, but it'd be awesome. Steve must be the one to reach out and get. Oh yes, you do. Yeah, you're telling me about it, about the White Lodge.
Oh,
Yeah,
this guy.
yeah.
I stumbled on
I
a
want that
YouTube.
mofo on the show.
I stumbled on a YouTube, small little YouTube channel, and yeah, I might just. Okay, hear me out. It is an interview that it's one of those ones where you don't even know how to go into it.
Doesn't
You
matter.
almost just want to push record and just let them go.
Yep.
Say, here you go. We're just here to listen.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I definitely want that interview.
I don't even know what questions to ask because it's all
Doesn't
so.
matter.
I mean, that's an interview.
No, we do what we want.
That's true. Oh, whatever. I'll reach out.
Yes.
I was also going to reach out to this other fella. Got not a huge YouTube channel, but I mean it's big compared to ours. Probably 40,000 subscribers, but it's the 401 Files. Go check it out, dude.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, he's from Europe. I don't know where from Europe, but he goes out and goes camping with his dog and like talks about his experiences. He talks a lot about he was the dude that got arrested in Rendlesham Forest. Remember we were talking about
nice.
that?
Good for him.
Boots on the ground guy.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about reaching out to him to see if he wants to do an interview. I know he's done some interviews with some other podcasts. I can't remember which ones, but they kind of left a bad taste in his mouth. Like they kind of bombarded him with some bullshit. So I might just reach out and say, hey, let's come and talk about Bigfoot and stuff.
Yeah. I think you should, because I'm gonna reach out for a couple interviews myself. Like I said, that's gonna kind of start to be a new trend, because that's a interesting as all get out. Plus, we're getting real time current stories, which everybody loves. But it's also gonna help us get ahead to where we can start going out and doing cool things.
The coolest.
Yeah.
Also, for people who have pods out, and I know a lot of people ask us to be on or come on. Oh, yeah. We want to throw it out there that we're completely down to do like not like a swap cast, right? So to make that easy, make it easy for everybody to understand, is when we go in to record it, it's not going to be like one pod interviewing the other. It's just going to be a conversation between the two shows, and then we both release the audio. That way, we both can have content to release, and it just helps everybody out in the long run. Because that's our biggest issue is time.
Yep.
Like time we put out to be able to branch out and go on other people's shows essentially eats into time where we create content for our show, and then we get ran into the back and we don't have any stuff to release, and it just becomes a whole thing. So if we can get together and do like that sort of thing, where both audios get released.
And it's a
Helps
win-win.
everybody. Helps everybody. It's a good time.
Absolutely agree.
And for those of you that didn't listen to Eric from the Uncomfortable podcast and Kyle's interview, go be sure to do that. I know
Check it out.
plugged it a while ago, but if you haven't, it's good conversation. Just two bros talking about life, talking
Hanging
about
out.
aliens, talking about abductions. It's dope.
It's a good one. Definitely worth a listen.
100%. What do we got? 42 people in here? That's not too shabby.
Yeah, it's all right.
Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, all those good things.
Yeah, here in a little bit, I'll pop the phone up. I'm letting it charge up a little bit. I didn't get home till late. Then I had to eat, shower. I had to go crazy fast.
Breaking mirrors, yeah. I'm not gonna mow Eric's lawn here, but tune in for that about the implant story, because that shit was bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah, I never heard anything like that before.
I mean, is it terrifying? Yes. Also, low key, kind of awesome.
True. That's kind of the fucked up thing about the paranormal, right?
It sucks and it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that.
Because it's like it happened to you and it sucked. But for me listening, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I did have something I wanted to talk about because
Let's go.
me and you talked about it the other day a little bit.
Okay.
When we were out. So when me and Kyle get together to record, Kyle goes outside to smoke and we go out there and hang out and we have like off mic conversations about stuff. And sometimes I'm like, man, I should bring this up on the show or on the live show, whatever. But let's talk about disclosure again, right?
Okay.
So I was thinking, and I think I heard something on TikTok about it. Kind of got my wheels turning. This newest round of disclosure and government releases and everything, their verbiage about all this is very, very particular, right? They always use the term non-human intelligence consistently. And that is a very deliberate term. And I feel like they're very careful with what they say. Because for a lot of us, me, myself included, once that was first said, I immediately thought aliens, off-world intelligence.
I think most people did.
Yeah, 100%. They talk about these crafts, how they move. It can only be the work of non-human intelligence. How they maneuver to a point to where no like earthly biological being could be inside these crafts making these maneuvers at this g-force at this speed. So that also kind of leads you down this avenue of thinking that it is some sort of alien intelligence. And correct me if I'm wrong, I thought at the beginning, like right in the middle of the lockdown when they were first releasing all this shit, they used the term off-world. I don't know if they were talking about crafts.
They, as far as I remember, it was in reference to crafts.
I think I remember off-world as well. But anyway, that's neither here nor there because we're coming back to non-human intelligence. Somebody pointed out that, they said this non-human intelligence has been interacting with humans for years and years and years, and it's just now kind of starting to come to the forefront. So somebody was like, hey, everyone that thinks this is aliens, do you know what else is a non-human intelligence? Artificial intelligence is non-human intelligence.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. You have those oh shit moments. Which, I mean, if you have a craft that maneuvers in a way that a biological being cannot be in it, you know what can be in it and operating it? Artificial intelligence. You know what's been interacting with humans for years and years and years? Artificial intelligence.
But let's get into that. How exactly has it been interacting with an extended timeline.
How,
Outside of the theory that they're controlling it, the AI is controlling the. Well, Josh just solved it.
I hope it's Ultron. That's best case scenario. But I mean, artificial intelligence could go as far as video games and shit. You know, that's interacting with humans.
Yeah.
You know, Alexa's fucking all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
I don't think they were very specific. I don't think like didn't necessarily have to be nefarious to interact. So I
Yeah,
feel like
that's the only part that I find a little bit muddy. Now outside of, but that's also in context of our AI. It if we're capable of AI, there are
oh
other
yeah.
things out there that are hyper capable of AI, and AI to a degree that we wouldn't even know that it's AI.
My question is say like because I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I don't know whether that's what they're referring to or not. If they are referring to AI, why are they being so like weird about it? So hush hush about it? Why when 90% of Johnny Q public hears this shit and they immediately think it's aliens, why are they playing on that so much? Like I
I
understand they
would I
tried to
would
use it as a distraction for the lockdowns, but then on the flip side of that, there was nothing that was gonna distract us from that time period.
right if if we're talking about, are we in the realm of it's our AI in the skies?
I'm assuming yes,
Is that where? Okay.
because that makes it, like, I don't know, it makes it almost more weird.
Well, a logical explanation as to blaming it on aliens would be that they gave AI connection to the internet and now it's out of control. And the best way to sell it is that it's fucking aliens getting
Yeah.
ready to take the Skynet us instead of they mess up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that,
Woof.
like if it is our AI, I I definitely feel like that's the
They're
explanation there.
they're blame someone else.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, it's
But
just weird that they use that stupid verbiage.
well, and
And
Greer talked about, like we talked about, when we was at your house. Greer talked about how some grays are actually, what would be the phrasing there, like biomechanical, yeah,
cyborgs.
cyborgs.
Yeah. And I mean, now you're kind of moving that way with humans now, with Neuralink and all this other weird shit, Google Lens and all that
I think
other weird
it'll
shit.
be a matter of, what do you think, Steve? 15 years, maybe, and people will start integrating with, like, fully integrating with machine.
Yeah, I bet so. Think of
Like, it'll start
how
slow. It'll start slow, but eventually, I
it's
feel
already
like,
started.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I
When
feel
can
like
we get mechanical arms?
that's what I'm saying. I think eventually it's going to get to that point.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. 15 years is that's probably good. I was gonna say 20, but at that point, I feel like it's all just gonna
Yeah,
line up anyway.
that's the same.
They're already like running supercomputers with human brain cells and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's just gonna be the next evolution of humankind.
I also feel like here of late, I've just been thinking about it a lot lately. I feel like Agenda 2030 is in full swing.
I don't even remember Agenda 2030 at this point.
It's not cool.
And I'm living it, so that also probably
I kind of feel like that's full swing. I feel like we're being distracted by other names and other scenarios, but I really do feel like it's kind of all being, because there's
playing
some
out.
things. Yeah, there's some things I kind of wish I could talk about on here, but I know it's going to instantly get us flagged.
Get us banned.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it has to do with the sea, and uh
I couldn't even
if you're interested, start looking into what's going on in the EU over that way in regards to all that stuff. It's pretty wild.
I made
It's
a
pretty
joke
wild.
about it and we got flagged.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not trying to press it much. But yeah, there's some weird stuff going on there. And I don't know. There's a lot of weird, like I see it, which we've had it for years, but there's weird pushes for the like there it's making its comeback, the RFID chips in the hands again, that being able to hold like your cards, your identity and all that jazz. That's making a swing backwards now.
Oh, I'm good.
That's kind of where I'm at. Just leave me alone.
I don't like getting shots.
No, I want to go find ghosts. And I've been seeing some creepy ass ghost stories, like ghost videos on the internet. It just sucks that you can't determine what's real and what's not real anymore.
Oh, dude,
Dude, they have been so fucking scary.
did you see the new whatever this new AI video?
That's breaking the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I saw screenshots of it and it
it's
looks like real
ridiculous.
people.
Even the way they talk, like up to this point, you could pick it out. You'd be like, "Oh, that's a little bit off, whatever." This new shit, they need to stop. First off, stop because it's out of hand. It's
Yeah,
out of
because I saw a screenshot of a woman and a man, and then it says these aren't even real people. They're completely created by AI, and it's like, holy shit, that
insanity.
that is crazy because it looks like conference pictures. People took pictures at that's what it looks like.
Yeah, there's a woman standing talking in front of like this blue curtain. Looks 100% like a human. Talks like a human, inflection like a human, all the movements like a human. They're like, she's 100% not real.
And you know that is single-handedly the fucking worst technology to come out with right now.
Oh yeah,
Anybody who thought,
that is all by design.
oh, yeah, obviously,
That's all by
it's
design.
extremely ironic timing, don't you think?
All 100% part of
But
the plan. The world is a stage, my friends.
isn't it like the fact, like anything? I mean, don't get me wrong, the AI band stuff is cool. I fuck with that. It's also cool if you're like, for example, you're a content creator and you're trying to make some shorts and you have AI voiceover technology where you can write something out, it does it for you. You're like, oh, this is great. This is great promotion for my business or my whatever it is. But
It's
at
an
the same,
excellent tool
yeah,
in the right hands.
yeah, yeah. At the same time, it's
It's a
like,
terrifying weapon in the wrong
yes,
hands.
yeah. The voice and video of people is the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
The worst.
Yeah.
I can't even stress that enough. It is the worst because that stuff is going to take over the world.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be I think I mentioned on the show before that there's so much AI art out now that it's starting to essentially inbreed with itself. So when AI art first started, it was just using human art as references, right? Now there's so much AI art out there that it's using AI art as reference for art. And it's just referencing itself. So the AI fake art is now referencing AI fake art to create more AI fake art.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's our new
See,
world.
Peyton says, I like the videos of the guy that drop kicks the demons. I don't really know that video, but in
I
regards
wish
to
I
that,
did.
the comparison that I have for that, my favorite videos are of the dude that would drop kick like cheetahs, except they look like cardboard cutouts in his video.
Yeah.
And you
Hits them with the
100%,
suplexes.
yeah, yes, that one. Those are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Rosemary in here. I watched an angel with rainbow wings ride a power line on a scooter today. I cannot with AI anymore.
We talked about that. Didn't we talk about
Last
that
show.
last one or
Yeah.
something?
Kyle's like, I don't think it's real.
I'm pretty sure it's
'Cause
not real.
it was hitting the power line with its razor scooter.
Definitely grinding the power line.
It is. It's hard, especially like as someone interested in the paranormal. It was hard enough before AI, right?
Yeah.
You had pretty good ass fakers out there that didn't have this kind of technology. Now you're just sending it. Just sending it.
Yeah.
Making it infinitely worse.
Yeah. It's
Infinitely worse.
It's sad.
Give me 1 second here.
It's sad. I don't know. I don't like liars. I like it whenever, like I said, it's the dude suplexing the cheetah that's clearly like he literally just like used Photoshop to half-ass cut out the cheetah and it's stationary. It doesn't move, it doesn't do anything, and he just suplexes it. That's funny. I enjoy that.
That's not even AI. That's just pure art.
Very well put.
It is pure
Perfectly put.
Oh, for those of you that are into Gravity Falls, a new book just dropped called The Book of Bill, and they've been doing some crazy viral marketing for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I haven't got it or got to read it. It said it was at Walmart, and I went and looked for it for like an hour. And if it's there, they got it in the dairy section or some shit because I could not find it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Shout out to Gravity Falls. Shout out to Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher is actually on the old sticker door over there. Which, if any of you have businesses or podcasts or YouTube channels and would like a sticker to remain in the hollow studio on the old sticker door, shoot them
You
over
send
to the
us
PO
stickers.
box. Shoot them over the PO box, and I'll slap
you
them on
shoot
up
us
there.
stickers.
Yeah, so AI, that's a thing.
It's not
AI
very good.
No. I like it.
And I wish I
creating
could
our own aliens now.
I wish I could trust the videos I see on Instagram when it comes to the paranormal video, like the ghost videos, because dude, they have been fucking out of control. Like I watch them and it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
That's gonna be us whenever we
I
have time to
know.
go
That's what
out.
I'm afraid of. I
Gonna be
mean, I am
sick.
afraid. I mean, I'm afraid of, but I'm also excited for.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want it, but then in the back of your head, you're like, but do you though? Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm definitely trying to go somewhere.
Oh, bro. So I was going through all of the old conversations with Ghost Hunter Dave.
Yeah.
Just look, because he gave me a whole list of places that he investigated around here and stuff that he had looked up. Apparently, there was an exorcism that took place in Jerseyville. He said
Really?
somewhere years and years
Like
and years
a
ago.
legit ordained.
Yeah. He said somewhere around the city park, which you'd almost have to go into old maps and see what
weird.
took place. But I have been searching online. I cannot find shit.
How the hell did he find that stuff?
Dude, just because I guess he took the Hellier approach, I'm assuming. Just went out, put boots on the ground, and just started asking people. Asking old heads like, hey, remember any weird shit going on?
That's so crazy.
I also found a thing. A priest from here saw some UFOs not too long ago. Like,
Really?
so much so that it made it into the Catholic Times and stuff. I went back in the Catholic Times archives, and like, because it's such a weird dichotomy, like integrating that sort of the paranormal into that sort of religion. But I found the article and all kinds of shit. Like, it's because I'm always like looking up like Jerseyville stuff, right?
How long ago was that? Do you remember?
It's either 2008 or 2018. There was an 8 in there somewhere.
I mean, either way, it's still pretty
Relevant.
recent. Yeah.
Yeah. And it made it into the whatever the Catholic monthly.
That's crazy. I wonder if is the dude still around here?
I don't know. The name didn't seem familiar, but like
No.
I'm not that familiar with the Catholic Church in Jerseyville anyway. So it was interesting. But yeah, I've been trying to find whatever that exorcism was in Jerseyville, but I haven't been able to find it online. I might have to go to the library and just dig into some old ass shit.
I assume it's from a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
Because he said rumors are an exorcism took place in Jerseyville. I saw that Brother John did some cemetery excursions the other day. He's posted some pictures in the Discord, went to X. There's another, I saw that you didn't post pictures or mention it, but there is another cemetery near X that is also supposedly haunted. It was on Ghost Hunter Dave's list, and me and Kyle did stop there when we were out gallivanting around.
Yeah.
Gallivanting around. So I don't know if maybe it's something with that area or what. But yeah. Ghost Hunter Dave's exact words are X is a portal site. And I'm ready to jump through.
Yeah, I wish he would come on and explain all this stuff.
If the Watcher can he's so finicky with everything that dude, he'll activate his social media for like 2 days. He'll send me an invite. He'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" And by the time I even get it and be able to respond, he's deleted his shit again. He's been on Sasquatch Chronicles.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, he went on with Wes about his experience in Rosedale.
That's awesome.
I'm like, Wes, you literally had the guy that was ran off by the Watcher at X, and you're talking about the Sasquatch. Come on.
Yeah.
Do better.
We need that Watcher story. Or we just experience it.
John says I have the ability to annoy people. I, too, have the ability to annoy people.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have a corn shirt on today for those of you.
Hell yeah. Can't ever go wrong with a little bit of that.
Oh.
Doink.
Eric, if you're still in here, here's the number. He's texting me. He's like, "What's the number?" I'm like, honest to God, I don't even know what the number is at this point.
Yeah, it's on. I just had somebody text the phone asking if we were going to take calls. So obviously that is a requirement for the night. So we will take a couple calls, which I'm excited. I'm glad that people are ready to call in again.
And ready to.
It seems to be hit and miss at times anymore.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, I'm not mad. I still enjoy coming on here and talking about weird stuff and kind of seeing where the conversation takes us. And there is a call. Hey, welcome to the night shift. What's going on?
Yo.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's going on?
I know that voice, that sultry voice.
It's my butter tone.
How you doing, brother?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Ready to get uncomfortable? How'd you like that?
True story.
I loved it. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can do that for you because, I'm a pretty reasonable dude. I entertain a lot of weird shit, right? I do. We do,
right?
But I also have a very logical perspective on things, so I don't get too overly excited about things when they happen. But as you guys know, I sent you a video. I believe that was Saturday.
Yeah, it was why we were recording. I think.
Yeah.
So that video happened at about 6 p.m. Eastern time, right over my neighborhood, and literally looked like balloons. Right?
Yep.
I mean, you guys saw it. I zoomed in on them. I lost them a little bit, but then I got them, and as they cleared these trees, and there was a slight breeze going. You can see it in the video, But there was, Kyle was like, yeah, looks like fucking wedding balloons. And I agree. They look like wedding balloons, but there were, and Steve, you even said there was some odd movement to the way that they were. Some were moving a little bit faster. Some were actually kind of circling around the other. And I just thought it was really odd. So, I took the video and I sent it to you. So that was Saturday around 6:00 p.m. Eastern time. About 45 minutes after that, I hear a helicopter. And all of a sudden, like almost to the horizon where the tree line is in my neighborhood, I see a helicopter. And it's going in the same direction from coming kind of out of the northwest to going southeast, which was the same direction that those balloons were going. And balloons in fucking air quotes, right? Finger quotes.
Right.
Interesting, but I mean, I live very close to South Bend International Airport, but I've lived here for a long time. Very rarely do you see helicopter traffic around here. Not a big deal. Next day, Sunday. Now, if you guys look at your cell phones,
I'm looking at it right now.
I sent you a couple of videos, and then I sent you a close-up of that fucking helicopter while it was over my neighborhood, which when I took that picture of it, I'm like on the outer ring of my neighborhood, and it was directly over the inner ring of my neighborhood. And it was circling my neighborhood. And as it would leave my neighborhood, it would go on the same path that the wind was blowing that day and those balloons were going. Now, all right, completely could be total coincidental, and maybe now we have an airplane or a helicopter hangar at South Bend Regional and they're just out flying around fucking off, whatever. But the close-up that has the gunner door open, and quite obviously somebody manning that door, legs out on the strut.
Yeah.
I'm like,
weird.
what are they doing? So I send that picture to a gentleman that I know who is former military.
Good call.
Just got out fairly recently. And so he says, let me find his text here. He says, he's like, okay, so no tail numbers.
That's the first thing I was going to say.
Looks like IR / and or thermal scope on the front strut. No idea what's on the strut to the rear. To me, that looks like a spotlight.
Yeah, or some sort of big IR camera or something. It's fucking weird.
Then he says military for sure, without a doubt. Then he asks if I have any military bases nearby. The only thing that we have even remotely close is 90 minutes south of South Bend is Grissom Air Force Base. Then he responds that he forwarded the pictures and the videos to a buddy of his who is in a flight unit, currently still engaged in the military. And he says that is a UH-72 Lakota. It is non-combat surveillance, but neither one of them can understand why there seems to be a person in the gunner's door.
It's
so
weird.
It is weird. And I didn't see it today because I had 2 arms full of groceries coming into the house. But I freaking heard one again, because I had 2 hands full of bags of groceries. I wasn't able to get the garage door to close, so it was still open behind me, and I could hear the copter going over again. So later in the day, 45 minutes after the balloons went over, then the next day, then Monday, and I don't know anything about Tuesday, but today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Wednesday I hear it again. So I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yes.
I mean,
so
I live in a nice neighborhood. It's not $500,000 houses. It's not a shitty little neighborhood. It is middle income, tri-levels, 2 stories, brick ranches. I don't know if I have a meth kitchen in the inner part of our neighborhood that they're surveilling what? This is freaking Clay Township in South Bend, Indiana.
Well,
Nothing fucking goes on here.
a helicopter is a little bit excessive for a meth lab. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, you don't mistake a helicopter.
The thing that stands out to me is, like, I don't know if you shared the pictures of the helicopter with your Discord or anything, but
no, I haven't. Just the video of the balloons.
It's completely blacked out. There are no identifying markers on it at all. No flight numbers, no nothing. The pictures that I see, it is a blacked out helicopter.
Yep.
Which is pretty, I mean, even police helicopters have identifying numbers on it, right?
Well, I mean, the black helicopters have a lure around them anyways, so
yeah, especially after there's UFO flap.
Yeah.
Everybody who uses Discord, go over to Eric's Discord. You posted it in there, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, I commented.
I did. Yeah, it's in the UFO evidence, I think, channel.
Go over there and check it out for yourself. For context, when you see it, there's a group of probably, and I don't know, maybe 15. They look like white balloons, and they're floating over top of his neighborhood and some trees and stuff. And they're moving fairly uniform, but there's a few of them that kind of go out of place. They move in front of the others and move around the others. Because at first it feels very balloon-like. Like if a balloon is caught in an airstream, this is what you'd be looking at, except for these ones that kind of just move out of context. You'd think if there was enough air to move one of the balloons ahead of the rest of them, they'd all move the same pattern.
Considering how close they all are to each other.
Yeah. That's what I was getting at, because like you'd think that they would all move the same, because balloons kind of move erratically in the air anyway. But normally the same air that's moving balloon A is going to move balloon B that's right next to it. In my brain, I'm not a balloonologist, but my brain, that's how that would move. I'm working on my balloon PhD.
Good.
Well, I had a similar experience like this a long time ago, 10, 12 years ago. I was at a local lake, and it was just past dusk, but not quite dark yet. And all of a sudden, there's the 7 or 8 those luminary balloons that people light off, and then they got the orange glow and everything. And I caught them out of the corner of my eye, and they were all like not really close grouped together, but they were all moving the same. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it dawned on me it was these luminaries. But that's kind of the same thing. They all moved in the same direction at the same time, but they all kept their spacing equal. Like one wasn't catching up with the rest. And that's kind of what's going on in that first video that I sent you. So I don't know what the hell it is.
That's what stood out to me, was you had a few of them speeding up and moving past the rest, almost like they had a different sort of propulsion system than the rest of them. It was weird. The black helicopters definitely take it up to another notch.
Yeah, I didn't see those pictures, but
whenever you get a chance,
makes it different.
It is fully blacked out, no identifying marks. It does look like there's some sort of camera on the front, and then on the bottom, whatever the fuck that thing is, there's another if it's a spotlight, I mean, it's in the daytime, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know what it is, to be honest. And there is a guy. The door is open, and there is a definite. It almost looks like fatigues. Maybe not. It's hard to tell.
It absolutely looks like fatigue. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to plant it in your head, but
weird.
it is that light green that is the common fatigue now.
It's weird.
I did notice watching the video, and I kind of assumed it was because they're balloons, and because take note of Steve right now. And I thought maybe because it was white balloons, but as it hits a certain frame in Eric's video, they do have a very peculiar reflection off of them as well.
And there's one in particular, Kyle, and so after they pass behind the tree and before they come back into view between the trees, there is one that is kind of higher than the rest. It's still in the grouping, but it's going to be on the left-hand side of the first group that comes through the trees.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at that one, it has a different density to it's like it's not fully opaque.
Interesting.
And that one is weird. I mean, these could be fucking wedding balloons. It was a Saturday evening. It was 6 o'clock. Somebody might have been getting married. Maybe it was. I think I counted. I think it counted like there were 16 or 18. I don't remember. Maybe somebody had an 18th birthday. You would think that they would, if it was birthday balloons, they'd be multiple colors and all that shit. But I don't know. I mean, you can't in the video. You can't really see like there's any strings or anything.
And they don't send unmarked helicopters after birthday balloons. Just
also true.
Yeah.
Also true. Especially with all the current chatter on UFOs, I could see maybe there being a fuck up and them sending something out the first day. But the fact that it's repeated itself for several days, that's a little more curious.
It almost makes you wonder if maybe one of them went down somewhere.
Or it's another, what was it? Vegas or LA or whatever the fuck it was. Maybe it's another one of them situations where somebody saw something in a backyard and was like, hey.
Or maybe more people saw it and called. They're like, hey, there's fucking UFOs out here. Now you got the reconnaissance helicopters out there. The fact that there is no identifying markers on that is what is just bonkers to me. Like that's alien abduction, alien sighting 101 is an unmarked black helicopter.
Yeah. I mean, it's thick and lore.
I love the fact that you're out there just videotaping these some bitches. Like
I was gonna say, it's a great catch over the course of days, man. It really is.
It's weird that they keep coming back too.
Gotta stay aware, man. You gotta stay aware. And now I'm gonna add this. If you guys go back sometime when we've talked before, if you remember, somebody that I got some information from for you guys, and I referred to him as the dude.
Yeah.
Okay. So, dude says so far have ruled out NASA, the National Guard, military flyovers for clearing airspace, obviously Starlink. So those have been ruled out.
Right.
And dude's association with abilities to find those things out. So
right.
It's weird.
So
I wonder if there's a way if you could find out if there was, I don't know, like just to eliminate the possible sources. Maybe is there a way you can see if there was weddings or some shit? Like usually that stuff's posted all over social media. Like if something goes on in the town, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like just white. If there are balloons, Like, there's not a whole lot of scenarios where you're just going to release solid white balloons, right? Wedding.
Yeah, I feel like
Even-
weddings are a pretty good one.
Yeah, wedding.
Yeah, right.
But other than that, like, maybe a graduation. I don't know. Like, what else are you going to use white balloons for?
I mean, graduation, yeah, is a good one, but I mean, we're we're well into August.
Yeah.
School's already started.
I mean, you know, unless it's somebody that got held back, and
You're gonna make it. Here, let's release these balloons for good luck.
so
Yeah, it's weird.
not to take up your whole show, but it's weird shit. And even if it is just wedding balloons, then
Doesn't require unmarked helicopters.
What's with the helicopters and blacked out? I mean, literally nothing. I mean, I got pictures of that copter going away from me. I got pictures of that copter coming back where the sun was not directly behind it, so that you could see the photo. I mean, it's not obscured. It's not a silhouette of it because the light was behind it. And then I got another picture of it when the sun was directly behind it, and it doesn't look any different from one to the other. I mean, it is blacked out. There is no indications on that whatsoever.
It's pretty fucking cool, really.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. It's pretty rad. You got to see the black helicopters.
Do you care if we post that up on the Discord?
No, absolutely.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Hell yeah. We'll credit you and everything. We'll post the balloon pictures up too or the balloon videos if you don't care. We'll put it all as one big context. Get some thoughts on it. Because that's not very often do you get a UFO encounter and then you get follow-up evidence for the black helicopters.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a great catch.
It's fucking awesome.
And Kyle, what's kind of fucked up about this, Kyle?
What's that?
Remember, if we go back to our conversation, it's like, has this been an ongoing thing with you?
Yeah.
Is it generational? Is it hereditary? Is it just something that picked you and decided to follow you? And you guys know that I've had other experiences with this type of stuff earlier on in my, and I was like, so the fuck?
Yeah, I thought about that.
It's a weird situation, man. Like I would definitely keep paying attention in the neighborhood news to see what pops up. Because surely you're not the only person noticing that.
That's the thing. We've got these like neighborhood apps, right?
Yeah.
And I've gone on that neighborhood app and I can't find anything. I've gone on Facebook for my neighborhood and nothing. Nobody's fucking talking about it.
It's weird.
That is weird.
I mean, everybody's concerned with the people that are walking around with orange vests on, wanting to know why they're in the neighborhood. And it's like they're laying down new cable for optic internet. It's like, quit looking at the fucking guys and look in the fucking sky.
Yeah.
That's where the issues are.
Anyway. It is awesome that you got the black helicopters on tape.
It is pretty gangster, man. That's definitely one for the bucket list.
But I thought about that whenever you initially it popped into my head whenever you sent the UFO video. I'm like, what odd timing that just a week or so ago, you and Kyle released that episode where it gets pretty personal about your family's experiences and your own experiences. Now this happens, and then icing on the cake is the helicopters are there. I'm like, maybe the Hall Cult and the Uncomfortable crew aren't the only ones listening in.
Yeah, maybe. All right, gentlemen. I love you guys. You rock. Hall Cult. Good to hear from everybody. Take care. Be safe. Stay aware. Keep your fucking eyes on the sky.
That's right.
Let's go.
That's right, baby.
Let's go. We appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. All right.
Catch
Much
you
love,
around.
man.
Love you guys.
Love you too, buddy. It's pretty
That's
gangster,
sick.
dude.
It's sick.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's so funny. I immediately thought, like, when we started talking about the black helicopters, my camera died, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like, these some bitches just cut my feed. That's where my brain is. I'm like, they just cut my feed, but my camera died, but it still has battery, so I don't know if I should turn it back on or if I should just go with my ghost cam here.
that's weird. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it did show that you turned it back on. You came back online.
Yeah, it's got 2
For a
bars. I don't
second.
know, maybe it overheated. No, it's not even hot. I don't
Mine's
know.
good. Mine still has full bars.
I don't know. I'm technologically
Yeah, I was gonna
advanced.
say we don't technology good.
No, that was dope. I will
Absolutely.
post all that to the Discord. I know it's on Eric's Discord, and I'll post it to our Discord and our socials. And I'll post the balloon video, and I'll post the blackout helicopters because I mean, it is verbatim. If someone told you, "Hey, blacked out helicopter," you're gonna see exactly what you're thinking.
That's fucking awesome.
Dude, there's no identifying markers on it. No, nothing.
That's awesome.
It's
Like the only way it gets better is if it's looking for you.
which
Like if you were
it
out in
probably is now.
like
Since
if you
he's
were out in the middle of nowhere and all of a sudden the black helicopter shows up, that's the only way that gets any better.
yeah,
Outside of that, it's fucking awesome.
it probably is now because Eric took close-up shots of whoever the dude is
That's awesome.
inside of the helicopter.
You're like, oh shit. I got spotted.
Yeah, in the videos you can see like he's got pretty much the cabin of the helicopter. I don't know what that's called in the shots, but in the videos you see it flying around and there is legitimately no markings on this thing.
That's awesome.
Weird timing. At worst,
Yeah.
absolutely weird timing.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Because I mean, like I said, whenever he sent the video, like that was the first thing I thought was balloons. And yeah, there's some weird lighting in it. And like you pointed out, a couple weird movements, but you still in your head you think balloons.
Yeah.
But
Like I
then
said,
all of a sudden, for 4 days now, or whatever, the black helicopter has been patrolling the neighborhood. Okay. Well now I get to start questioning those balloons or something else that's going on in the neighborhood that
what
I
wasn't
should be
as
aware of.
sus, what wasn't as sus suddenly got real sus.
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly.
first thing I thought of because it does. Like you watch it, it looks like balloons, and like I said, balloons do move erratically in the air sometimes.
Sure.
But when there's a group of them, you think they're going to move similarly, and you have ones that are essentially look more propelled faster than the others, and it's a little off. Then you have this, which makes me wonder if what if there were some kind of like experimental drones or some shit, and one of these things went down, now they're trying to find
Could
it,
be.
and it's a whole thing, or they're fucking UFOs, and now they're trying to get evidence.
Maybe somebody thought they were more Chinese spy balloons.
Could be. Maybe somebody in South Bend, Indiana, shot one down from their backyard.
I could definitely
I
see
hope
that.
so.
I could
I
definitely
hope
see
so.
that.
Yeah, he messaged me. He's like, I got an update. He's like, what's the call-in number? I got an update. And I couldn't remember the call-in number. I'm like, Kyle's gonna pop
I
up
don't
in a
know.
second.
I don't know. Yeah, my phone is almost dead, so it's over on the charger.
And then he sent me those pictures. I was like, no fucking way. He got pictures of the black helicopters.
That's so cool, man. That's so fucking cool.
That is legit. That is legit.
I'm
Breaking
here for it.
news
That's awesome.
on the night shift.
That is awesome.
We have confirmation of UFO sighting followed by multiple black helicopter sightings. It does make you wonder. That is weird, man. That is weird. I mean, unmarked black helicopters never made its rounds over my house, especially enough times to where I've seen it multiple days.
No, and you hear about it in tons and tons of UFO stories.
It is awesome. It is pretty fucking cool.
It's rad, dude. It's rad.
It is. It's like the pinnacle of UFO.
Yeah.
investigation.
Oh,
Minus being
absolutely.
abducted
Yeah.
or catching an alien.
But
It's fucking
like I said, and talk about like a good catch. Like timing is there.
I love that he had enough wherewithal to record it. If I would have seen it,
Yeah.
I'd have been texting Kyle, be like, bro, there's black helicopters over my house.
Yeah, I know. And then I'd be like, oh shit, no way. It is hard to remember that stuff because you get so caught up in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. I'll share all the pictures once I get off of here. Did we see the fire circle in Tennessee?
I ain't even heard about it.
I don't think that I did. Is Tony Merkel involved? Is
Who?
Tony the Pyro starting fires in Tennessee? I don't know. I can't confirm that Tony's a pyro. But fire circle in Tennessee.
I did.
Tennessee's got a lot of fucking E's in it.
Now that you say that, I did see a weird fucking video the other day. Of course, I can't verify if it's real or not, but it sounds fucking fake, but it looked so real. So, you know how I'm sure everybody's done it. You've taken a magnifying glass, you magnify the sun's rays, and you can catch shit on fire, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I legitimately saw a person videotape this outside their house, except it was just a big circle of light on the ground that started to smoke.
That's weird.
Yeah.
People make so those old gigantic flat screen TVs, people will take the pliable screens out of those and make those giant lasers,
Mm-hmm.
and they like bust rocks with them and shit.
Really?
But that almost sounds like something even bigger than that, like something.
Dude, it looked like
essentially
in the
in the
video, it looked like
sky.
it looked like if I had to guess,
Turn
I
this
could
back
be
on.
way the fuck off because I'm not that smart. But if I had to guess, it was the size of like a small car in like the circumference of it. Like you could put a
That would have
small
to
car
be
inside there.
that would have to be really big,
It was a big area. That was
magnifying essential
Yeah.
lens, because you have to concentrate all that into one single beam.
Exactly.
That would be huge.
Dude, it was nuts.
Now. Bear with me.
Now, mind you, could that be a fake video? Absolutely. But it looked pretty real.
This a fake video?
Yes.
I have 3 bars. Let's see how long she lasts.
Well, she only has to last just like at least 6 more minutes.
Yeah.
Because we're already about an hour and a half.
And Kyle's got editing to do.
I do have to edit stuff.
That's how it goes.
Dang it.
Yeah, Mitty, if you find it on TikTok, share it to tag us in the TikTok, Hollow Sky Podcast.
And what was it?
That Tennessee firing. I tried to Google it and I couldn't find it.
So is there weird stuff behind it, I guess?
It's probably the same one. Yep, started as smoke. I bet it's the same one you saw. If you find it on top,
maybe
TikTok,
that's
it. Tag us in it.
Maybe that's what I saw. Maybe I saw a video.
Ross, does anyone know how I can research my apartment building for my story? I want to give a bit of history as well as personal encounters between myself and the neighbors. The library might have history on buildings in your town or city. I wonder if the building commissioners would have history.
I don't know.
Probably as to
I
when
would
it was
assume
built, but not like you'd almost have to go into old news articles if you're looking for like a specific thing, like if something tragic happened or some shit like that.
Yeah,
You'd probably have to
JJ
go
hit
into
it.
old
Library, city records, and internet.
There you go.
I would use the internet for sure.
But yeah. That's awesome.
Dang it. Forgetting my buttons.
I just keep thinking about the fact that Eric got the black helicopters on.
I know, it's awesome. It's an achievement.
It is.
Like,
He gets
it's like an Xbox achievement.
yeah, whenever you whenever you start a paranormal podcast, you get a paranormal jacket. And then whenever you hit
It's like the Boy Scouts.
yeah, whenever you get achievements, you get buttons, you get pins, you get patches. Eric just got the black helicopter patch. Very rare. Very rare for your paranormal jacket.
Man, I feel like there should be a company out there that does that for all the paranormal podcasts.
Yeah,
That would be pretty gangster.
it would. It would.
But it has to be like an unbiased entity. It can't be like friends with us and shit.
So me creating it is going to be off the table.
It'd be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, it's for those of you outside the podcast world that didn't know that. Now the secret's out there. You get jackets, you get pins, you get buttons, back patches, all kinds of cool stuff. You can only wear them around other paranormal content creators because it's a secret that I've just let out the bag. Eric's 10 toes down on it because he's already.
Yeah.
You're all for it because you already got the black helicopter patch.
Yeah.
It's the one that it's the holy grail.
It's one of them for sure.
It's pretty sick. Pretty sick.
It is pretty awesome. That was a good catch, my friend. It's a good catch.
Yeah.
I'm like Steve. I probably just would have sat there and stared at him and texted Steve and been like, dude, you're not going to believe this.
If you asked Sarah what I would have done, she'd immediately say you would have gave it the finger. Because that's what I do whenever I see weird shit. I see a UFO, immediate
I can attest to that.
hostility, immediate toxicity. You are getting the finger off-world entities.
I've seen it firsthand.
I just want them to know. I don't want them to come down here thinking that I'm friendly. Because I ain't. Pro-human.
There's nothing wrong with that. Pro-human's a good place to be.
Yeah. I don't think anybody has better intentions for humans than humans, and humans don't have good intentions for humans.
I was going to say that's questionable logic at best.
Humans don't have good intention for humans.
I just want there to be at least a cool alien out there.
You can't even trust them though.
But dude, trust is subjective.
Earned.
Yeah, it's all on a case-to-case base. Like,
show up with the cure to cancer and pass it out for free, and I'll be like, all right, bet you're kind of cool.
Speaking of, did you hear about the plane that went down?
No, well, maybe. No, was there?
There was video of it.
Yeah, did it have cancer
supposedly.
on it?
Apparently, a bunch of doctors and shit.
The one in Brazil, they just fell out of the sky. Oh, yeah. I posted a TikTok,
which is a really fucking weird video to watch.
I posted a TikTok from I put a cut scene from The Cabin at the End of the World, or The Cabin, or whatever it was, that movie that came out last summer.
Yeah.
The plane fell from the sky, and then I just immediately tied it into the plane falling from the sky. And I'm like, wow, life imitating art. Weird. Right. And then people are like, you're using somebody's tragedy for TikTok views. And I'm like, I hate the internet.
No.
But
no, we're not.
It is weird. It is so weird. Like, if more of them would have started falling, I'd have been like, all right, this sucks. I mean, it sucked that one fell.
How does one fall like that, though?
I don't know. Take your foot off the gas. I don't know how planes work.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know if taking your foot off the gas is essentially how that works.
Just stop flying. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just fell straight down. It was just like, I
know. That's really weird. I don't know how that happened.
Pull the e-brake.
Because you would think that at some point it would be coasting. Like, I mean, that's just how my brain works. But I could be wrong. Maybe it just falls like a rock. I don't know. But it was weird. And the fact that I need to look into it a little bit more. But apparently there's some important people on there.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
And then find out which of the doctors actually canceled that flight and scheduled another one. So they're good, but follow their story for a little bit, see what happens.
Oops. Dylan's got a point. Maybe this is how it happened. Think this thing can do a barrel roll.
I mean, I would be not shocked at all if that is what happened.
Yeah, it was weird. Just the idea of a plane just dropping out of the sky is,
It's weird.
yeah, it doesn't sit well.
No, and the way, like I said, the way that it fell, I'm not a planologist, as Steve would say, but
You can work on that though.
I can. I'm gonna try. Actually, all I gotta do is talk to your brother. He worked on planes, so
Yeah, for like 3 weeks.
Dylan, how does a plane fall out of the air like that?
Dylan won't even go up a ladder.
That's
don't
not
know
my
how
problem. That's not my problem.
I mean, neither will I, but
he worked on planes, so he should know how they work.
Pitch Putt Puff says, pretty sure seen a UFO last night. But I did smoke on some good stuff. I mean, you alter that consciousness, they'll probably just land in your front yard.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. But it's about 9:30. So we'll probably wrap her up right about there. Kyle's got some editing to do.
I do. I gotta edit tomorrow's show.
They're expecting me to go into the day shift tomorrow, which they are so dumb when they put me on the schedule for that, because guess who's not going? I feel a cold coming on. The old hollow sky flu.
God, I feel that.
But thanks for hanging out with us. It's cool. Yeah, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. He's not.
That's how you.
Gosh dang it. That's how, I mean, yeah.
It's not as complicated as you were trying to make it, Kyle.
I know.
E-brake, take your foot off the gas, e-brake, then reverse thrust. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for everybody hanging out. All the OGs, good to see you in here. All the new folks, good to see you in here. Thanks
Absolutely.
for being part of the cult. We hung out right around 50 today.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm not mad at that.
Good, cozy little number.
Yeah,
Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Again, we're trying to work on our YouTube a little bit here. Trying to spruce it up. Yeah. Somebody asked for a night shift t-shirts. Never thought about it, but could be in the process.
Yeah, we could roll around the idea, see what happens.
Homie Hollow Dreams made us a absolutely illegible super death metal deathcore logo.
Yeah, it's
with a UFO.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's nasty.
You're not reading none of it.
No, just know when you see the UFO, just know that it's us.
Yeah,
that'll probably end up on a shirt, just because it looks
might
cool.
As well.
It looks sick. But yeah, Tokyo flight drift. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Everybody be safe for the rest of the week and forever. And until we hang out again, stay safe, stay weird. And if you see any black helicopters, do as big homie Eric did. Get that shit on tape.